Yeah, I'm wearing Palace in a Supreme video. So what? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Thomas, and today I'm breaking down everything dropping from Supreme week 11 of fall winter 2025. We're going over the Japanese drop list leaks at first, but don't you worry, I'm adding in the confirmed prices by the time you're watching this. We're talking about the banger resale items of the week, things you should avoid, sleeper items of the week, and of course everything in between. So if you love staying up to date on Supreme, Palace, and other related streetwear and sneaker content, then be sure to hit like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and smack the noti bell so you can stay up to date every single time I post and go live. I go live for Supreme every single Thursday, regardless of where I'm at. This Thursday, I'm traveling back home to Indiana for a wedding, and yes, folks, we are bringing back copping Supreme at the airport. Jet life, baby. Southwest, you better have good Wi-Fi, because your boy's pulling up at 7 a.m. ready to cop. And with all that out of the way, let's get into it. Okay, so today I wanted to do things a little bit differently. This is what the week 11 drop list looks like from Supreme Plus, who is a Japanese Supreme creator, leaker, extraordinaire. And this is the information we've been getting earlier than Supreme drops by Jay, Supreme community, for whatever reason. We've talked about it ad nauseum. Here it is. And by the time you're watching this, I will have Drops' drop list on the screen right there. So in the course of this video, when I'm talking about items, I might not talk about their prices. That is why it'll still be on screen for y'all. And you can check the link in the description for supremecommunity.com, and that will give you the estimated retail prices of all the items. But let's just jump into the first item of the week, which is... oh baby, would you look at this? Supreme and Timberland have worked on a new version of the 6-inch premium waterproof boot made exclusively for Supreme. The shoe features waterproof premium nubuck, debossed logo, patchwork pattern, padded leather collar, rubber outsoles, debossed Timberland logo at the heel, and a logo tab at the side. It'll be offered in 3 unique colorways. I've been looking forward to this. We got 15 pictures to look through. Here's the first one showing off the fit from a unique upward angle. There's the up-close shot of the wheat pair. Definitely aren't going to be for everyone with the paneled patchwork look, but I think they're very cool and remind me a lot of the diamond plate boots. Just saying. It's a pattern on a Timberland boot, 6-inch. I'm freaking walking here. And then bam, the multicolor Harlequin colorway. Absolutely the one I'm going for. You guys know I go for the crazy Supreme shoes. It's what I do around here. Just look at these suckers.
Oh, go figure. Look at that. Oh, look at that.
These literally look like a Harlequin VW Golf. I'll put a picture of it on screen. The similarities are crazy. All right, and here's the product pictures. We got no on feet of the black pair. That's fine. Good look at the pattern. 3/4 view, looking nice with the Supreme Timberland branding. I fuck with these guys, for real. The overstitching looks, the premium materials, the waterproofness is amazing, thank God. But man, how could you just not go for these? I probably wouldn't wear these, but I just see like the top level hype beast going for them, and I'm a top level hype beast, guys, I can't lie. And when products like these are about to come out, I just start geeking out. You know how it is. Just so distinctive looking, so weird. These are absolutely the type of shoe that makes you either love them or hate them. I could see a lot of people hating them, and we'll see what happens come Thursday. But hey, if you hate being loud and in your face, you got these, the black pair. You can barely tell that there's even a pattern on them. They still have all the functionality of a waterproof Timberland boot. They still got the Supreme red tag on the side. Actually looks pretty sick from the back, especially with the tongues being lined in red. Great touch. And there they are all together as a family, the Supreme X Timberland patchwork boots. The Supreme X BBS Rim keychain. This thing is hilarious. I kind of need it. Replica BBS RS keychain, 3.4 inches by 1.3 by 0.5 inches. This small little guy, replica wheel of actual BBS RS rim. BBS is an incredibly iconic wheel company. I think they even had a real Supreme collab with some spinners not that long ago, which is insane and very funny. But this time you get it on a tiny keychain with a Supreme logo on the inside of the center wheel nut. For any auto enthusiast wheel junkies, it might be a must cop, and it'll be pretty cheap. which is dope. All right, next up, we have the AOI Gems short sleeve top. I am not a fan of this thing at all. I really think AOI has been slacking in his game, and it's one of those examples of we're getting too many AOI collabs. Supreme is teaming up with the same people over and over again, and it's running a little dry in my opinion. But if you like rhinestones, perhaps you like this. It's like an all cotton jersey, expensive short sleeve top. I'm assuming this will be above 88 bucks for that embroidery and rhinestone work. I would assume like 98 to 108, something like that. Next up, we have the Harris Tweed Camp Cap. We get these Harris Tweed hats at least once a season, and I've never copped one, so I don't know what they feel like, but I've heard Harris Tweed is a nice brand of wool. So if that's something that you're into, know that the quality is above average on this camp. I'd say I'm probably partial to the black colorway. Just looks a bit more wearable, but people tend to like pink. I would check StockX for previous Harris Tweed camps and see if they're reselling for anything crazy. Not that I've heard of, but perhaps they have a cult following, you never know. Just to get it out of the way, the AOI Gems beanie is also coming out. It matches the short sleeve top, and I'm assuming the same 4 colors. This one is a bit better than the t-shirt in my opinion, but not really a piece that I'm crazy about. All right, next up, we have the 176 zip up sweatshirt, brushback fleece with embroidered graphics, original artwork by Clint 176. Imagine if it was Clint 67. That would be insane. Thank you for the joke font. Anyway, this thing has a bunch of graphics on the front, zip up, and on the back. It kind of says Supreme. It's got this graffiti, weird style. I hated this when I saw it in the preview. I don't mind it right now. I don't really think it's for me, but it is embroidered graphics, which people love. So if you dig this art and you need a new zip up in your wardrobe, go ahead and send it. I think the orange one is pretty dope. Going back to some hats, we have the rainbow loose gauge beanie. I'm okay on this. I don't mind this sunset colorway here. I do like the chunkier beanies, and this Supreme script logo is fine. I don't think they're going to be anything crazy. In terms of hats, there's really only one that I'm looking forward to this week, and we're going to get into that a bit later. Next, we have the piping soccer jersey, which is a poly jersey with embroidered patches and embroidered logo. You got the world famous on the front here, Supreme 12, brighter futures with some kids playing soccer, number 12 again. And you got all of these colorways right here. Not a bad jersey by any means, but it's not blowing my mind, and it's nothing like the Pounds jersey coming out later or some of the previous jerseys we've seen, like with Umbro, stuff like that. We did see this yellow one in one of the skate preview videos Supreme released during the off season, so that's neat, I guess. Next up, the New York leather 6-panel. This hat is pretty interesting. I like the 3 colors, and the quality definitely looks solid on this leather hat. You got New York, Supreme New York, NYC. No Supreme box logo from what I can tell, but you do have this crest on the side, along with Supreme written on the strap of that back of the hat. I mean, if you're in New York, this hat makes a lot of sense. If not, probably a little less. Like, I would never wear this hat personally, and a leather hat, I'd have to put it on the dome first to make a decision, but I feel like I wouldn't like it. What do you guys think of the New York leather 6-panel? We have the first All Dogs Go to Heaven piece, this being the short sleeve shirt made of viscose. I think this is a pretty awesome design. I plan on watching the movie later this week before the drop, so I can be read up on the lore, caught up with all the happenings in the All Dogs Go to Heaven storyline. But you got this dog here 3 different times. He's throwing the money. He's got the gold medal. I'm not sure what the heck is happening, but it's pretty fun. And shout out to the Supreme dogs. This might be my second favorite piece from the collab. I guess we'll just knock them all out in one swoop. We'll go with the All Dogs Go to Heaven long sleeve top next, all cotton jersey with a double-sided graphic. That's pretty cool. You got the tiny dogs walking in the line, following the big dog. The money's coming down. On the front, you got this Supreme logo in this type of Old English font they use. The money also has the Supreme logo on it, which is such a nice choice. I love when they go above and beyond for properties and collabs like this and put the Supreme logo on different stuff. It's the small attention to detail that matters for me, and I think this long sleeve top is pretty dope. Third and final item, probably the best, is the All Dogs Go to Heaven sweater. This one is absolutely going to fly off the store, online and in person. So I recommend, if you're going for resale this week, consider the All Dogs Go to Heaven sweater. On the front, you have the dog with the halo, the money, and that low poly hand knit design, which looks really cool. I love the hand stitched look. Supreme down below, and then you have the white one as well, which I think does look a bit better for the dog graphic itself. itself as compared to the black one where the background kind of blends in with the shadow on the dog's back there. Just a minor point that I'm making, but just a personal preference. Maybe you think otherwise. They both look pretty good. And there's them two side by side, and they have the all dogs go to heaven hit on the back. How about that? All right, maybe you're not into any of that all dogs go to heaven stuff and you want an S logo zip up hooded sweatshirt instead. Well, fret not, folks, because we have a bunch of different colorways of this zip up S logo sweatshirt coming out from Supreme. Heavy cross grain brushback fleece with embroidered logos. There it is. You got the S, not Supreme. You just got S, and you got Supreme on the top of the hood. I think woodland camo is going to be most sought after, but you never know. Cardinal red looking good. They also have blue, navy, gray, black, and white. I would say stick with these first four if you're going for any kinds of flips. Obviously, if you're going for personal, buy what you like. And check out Supreme sizing of different zip ups on their website from items that are currently in stock that'll help you guys get an understanding of what size to get. But generally, Supreme is true to size, slightly baggy fit. But if you buy one item, you will start to know your Supreme size very soon. All right, this week we see the release of all the velvet bags. First off with the velvet backpack, nylon with velvet flocking and custom ripstop lining. Dimensions there, 25 liters. You also got these two pins down here, which are pretty sick. You got the Fuck the President Supreme and King and Ace of Spades. Now, very early leakers have said these are going to be around the same price as the seasonal bags. I'm a bit dubious, but if that is the case, these are some of the best bags we've seen in a while. They have some flair to them, different color, loud pattern, unique material, pins included in it. I'm actually kind of considering picking up one of these. Not the backpack. I don't have any use for that. I have enough of them, but maybe one of the smaller ones. They are pretty cool. I dig the red leopard colorway quite a bit. I think you have to go between one of the patterned ones. Black is okay. It is the safer option, but this just seems more like Supreme. You know what I mean? Next bag we have is the small messenger bag. Only 5 liters this time, and you got different pins on this guy. Lush and Don't Be a Dick. Not as good as the other one, but still cool. And you can take those off, put them on whatever you want. You got the same colorways. Here's the golden one. You got red and you got black. So maybe fit an iPad plus a little more. It's a small messaging bag. I'm not sure if you can fit a laptop in this thing. 8.3 by 14.2. That's gonna be tough. Let me quickly measure this laptop I have for work and just get an idea. I need a Supreme tape measure, man. Okay, this is like 12.5 by 8.5. So mine wouldn't fit. Maybe you could squeeze it a bit. If you have a smaller laptop, it could actually be good. Pretty cool little piece. I'm sure it's not gonna be too bad in terms of price. And last but not least, we have the velvet mini pouch. 3.5 inches by 5.1 by 2 inches. Don't even ask. Kind of like that. The small bag. What would I use this mini pouch for? I mean, you could carry anything in this guy. If I didn't want to wear my Carhartt shoulder bag, maybe in 3.5 by 5.1. Is that big enough for my wallet? We got the Boomer Spec dad wallet this season. 4.25 by 3.5 by about 1. It would just about fit this wallet. Not bad at all. Shout out to Carhartt. Of course, you got the different colors. You got black and you got red. There it is, velvet mini pouch. Like the video and lock in. We have the top 5 items of the week according to your boy SupThomas. These are going to have the best resale and in my opinion are the most worth going after. First up, the Old English Arc Coach's jacket. Water resistant poly with cotton jersey lining and taffeta sleeve lining. Too much lining for me. You got snap front closure, boom boom boom, with welt hand pockets at lower front and interior, chest pocket, elastic cuffs and interior drawer cord at hem, tackle twill logo applique on back. Okay, it's very boring on the front, I admit, and maybe I was a bit wrong about best resale. I just like this item for the back. I think it's very cool. I love this Supreme font. It's an Old English font, but it's not the same one that we always get over and over again. It is slightly different. My favorite colorway is this red. I think the black with the cream or off-white or slightly beige outline looks really good on those letters. You also have this bright baby blue, which just looks super clean. Interior looks nice too with that jersey material. Be like for the winter time, late fall, you'll be chilling. Kind of like Chicago Cubs spec a little bit. Not bad at all. And then you got the safe bet, the black. Goes with everything. Easy to throw in the wardrobe. And I just fuck with the Coach's jacket. I don't think we see him enough anymore. And they used to be so hyped. I feel like people are still going to go for this. And I think it's going to sell out. I'm going to say it. Next up, the Michelin Ness lined hooded satin varsity jacket. We got satin with fill, faux shearling lining. No sheep harmed in the making of this. Quilted satin sleeve lining. You can read all the descriptions you want on Supreme Preview or Supreme Community. We got to get to the end of this video, folks. We got important places to be. But I like this varsity jacket from Michelin Ness. Of course, the real tree. Naturally, it's gonna sell out. It always does every single week. And this this one I think will be no different, unless it's like super expensive, unless it's like $328, which, you know, they could do. You like with the faux shearling, it's not gonna be like that, but Michelin Ness sometimes comes out of the woodwork with the taxes, okay? So you guys know what the price is. I don't, at least at the time of recording, but I still think it's a pretty clean jacket and definitely falls in line with what people tend to gravitate towards from Supreme. Looks very warm, nice for the winter. Colorways look decent. I would say Real Tree black, then red, but Real Tree in my opinion carries by a long shot. The best hat releasing this week is of course the Jesus 5-panel. The perfect hat to wear around your Catholic aunt around the holiday season. Let her know you're traveling along the right path. This will definitely counteract any devil shirts you guys have been buying. It's a 1-to-1. You buy one Jesus piece, then you can buy the Yohji Yamamoto 666 epic level devil. You can buy one, buy the other, and you're right in the middle. You're chilling. But this is a cool hat. I might go for both of these. Maybe one to keep, maybe flip them both. I'm not sure, but I think it's going to be a very sought after item and it's going to sell out relatively fast. I have seen this being people's like #1 piece of the season, like just waiting on the Jesus hat. And generally speaking, when people say I'm waiting on this specific piece over and over again and I see it, it tends to be items that sell out because a lot of people like it. The #2 item, according to your boy, is the Schott leather racer jacket. I mean, this might even be #1. It probably is realistically, because this is just the most wearable leather jacket of all time, in my opinion. You got the cowhide leather, full zip closure, double welt hand pockets, made in the USA, debossed logo at chest, made exclusively for Supreme. What more do you guys want? This black colorway does something for me. The faded look to it, the wash of the hide, the patina of the leather, if that's even what you call it. Even the zipper, it just looks amazing. The collar, so clean. I mean, one day, folks, we will cop ourselves a Supreme Schott leather jacket, and it might just be this one. I've also said it once, I will say it again. This piece in either colorway is gonna sell out and will resell for money. Even if it's $1,200, it will resell at some point for $1,500. So I'm just saying, if you got the money like that, maybe you want to try it on, maybe you want it, you're not sure about it, get it in hand, you don't like it, you can flip it and make a profit. It might take a little bit, but it'll eventually be there. I want to say I'm almost 100% on that for StockX. Like, it's pretty much impossible to see these Schott leather jackets go down in price. Maybe eventually, if you wait like a number of seasons. Of course, if you wear it, turn it into a used item, that's going to affect the value. But I just think this is so clean. I love the silhouette. I love the material. It looks amazing. I wish I could have it in hand. If one of you guys want to buy it for me, I will not say no. It's cool with me. You guys can do that. Be my guest. Send me a DM. Come on. Especially if you're already buying the Supreme X Ice Hoops FX arcade machine. This thing is the $10,000 arcade machine. I can say that honestly, even before looking at prices, because the non-Supreme version of this is $8,995. I mean, look at this sucker. It's down from $9,295, so maybe this is on sale. Perhaps Supreme is working with this price. I'd assume they would be. Of course, I have to say it again. Look how much better this thing looks in color, even in the generic version compared to white. I don't know why Supreme keeps doing this, but they love the all white accessory. It's their current aesthetic, and I think I'm the only one complaining about it because people tend to like it. But regardless of the white colorway, this thing is still so sick. I can't deny that. You got the moving basketball hoop, right? The pop shot vibes, custom logos, LED lighting and sound effects. I'm sure you get some Supreme stuff up here. I really hope they put out a video of this soon. I'm absolutely gonna repost it so you guys can see that ASAP. You got 6 basketballs with printed logos. They better give you 6. There's the dimensions of probably the entire thing. 99 by 39 by 105, 474 pounds, made in the USA. I mean, yeah, guys, it's a giant Supreme NBA hoops machine from an actual arcade. Oh yeah, it's Ice, dude. So that's the same brand that makes the ice hockey machines. They're in Chuck E. Cheese, Dave & Buster's, Make-A-Wish Foundation, Atari's involved. So yeah, this thing is gonna be very expensive. There's not gonna be a lot of them. I wonder if it's even gonna go online. It probably will. It doesn't say in-store only here, but definitely another Supreme crazy accessory. Feels like we're getting a lot of these per season now. Like, we've already had the golf cart. Now we're getting this. Might have 1 or 2 more that are like super expensive. That is kind of the audience that is being catered to in the modern fashion industry. It's the people that can drop 10K on a hoops machine and not blink twice. Hidden surprise item that I totally didn't just forget earlier on. All Dogs Go to Heaven loose fit jeans. I'm sure you guys were wondering, where the freak were these, Thomas? The jeans are coming out. Yes, the All Dogs Go to Heaven jeans are coming out in 2 different colorways. I'm not as big on these. I think they look like a bad custom, especially on this colorway. I don't know. It just looks weird to me. I think there's better graphic jeans you can get from Supreme. Of course, if you like these, go for them. Not going to stop anyone from doing that, but I don't think there's going to be a ton of resale on on them. Could always be wrong, but that's just my gut feeling. But that is everything that's releasing from Supreme week 11 of fall winter 2025. What'd you guys think of the week? In my opinion, we got some solid items coming out, but I can absolutely see people wanting to skip this week entirely. If you're not an All Dogs Go to Heaven fan and you don't like any of the hats or the bags, it might be a little tough. You do have the S logo, which is a classic staple. Probably some guaranteed resale on there in larger and smaller sizes these days, in like the camo, maybe the maroon red. Schott leather racer jacket, high ticket item, but in my opinion, it's the best wearable piece this week. Of course, the velvet stuff looks very nice, and I'm waiting to see the price on those. And then you got the big stuff, the Ice Hoops FX NBA machine. That thing's crazy, $9,000 minimum. It might even be 12K, who knows? Well, you know, I'm just guessing, but I'm guessing 10K. And I guess I didn't pick sleeper item of the week now, did I? New format, it's a bit tough. You know, even though I gassed it up as like a top 5 item, I think it's gonna be that old English art coach's jacket. Either that or the velvet stuff. The velvet stuff, you do get some pins, which is super dope, but sleeper item of the week just tends to be a wearable garment. So I am gonna give it to the old English coach's jacket, hoping it's like 158 or less. That would be awesome. So let me know what you guys are copping in the comment section down below. Gonna have this video out as soon as the drop list releases with full prices and everything like that. If I need to make any corrections, I will do that. See you guys on Thursday, live from the Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport. If you're there, come say hi. I'll catch you all in the next one. Sayonara.